What up YouTube, Quasi here, on my way home from Coffee and Cars. It's actually getting a little colder now, I guess because the clouds are coming out. But anyways, I wanted to talk about tips for new riders on motorcycle safety. So a lot of people, actually I'm sure everyone always hears, motorcycles are so dangerous, they're so dangerous, oh my god, you're gonna crash, you're gonna die. Maybe, but there are a bunch of easy things that you can do to drastically reduce your chances of getting in an accident or a fatal accident. Number one is take an MSF course. I think it's required everywhere now, but in the case of that it's not, definitely take that. Statistics show that taking an MSF course drastically reduces your chances of an accident, just right there. So take it, pass it, live it, love it, learn it, whatever. I don't know. Can't think of what I want to say. The next tip, and most of these tips are going to be after you've got your basic muscle memory and all that down, so I guess I'll make that the first tip. Get your basic muscle memory down if you're that new. Go practice for a while, make it so you don't have to think about shifting up, shifting down, it just happens naturally. It takes a while, it takes miles, there's no getting around it, just take the time and do it. There's nothing better than learning than actually learning. But some other tips I have are, when you're slowing down, actually let me back up a little bit. So when you're driving, always look farther ahead, far ahead. Don't look immediately in front of you, look farther ahead so you can see things that are coming at you. That will allow you, when you see the car maybe 2 or 3 cars ahead of you starting to turn on its brake lights, flash your brake lights. Just tap that brake real quick to let the cars behind you know. Give them a little extra time to react, because you know everyone these days is on their phone. So just tap it a couple times, get that visibility. One of the biggest causes of accidents, or one of the biggest types of accidents, is the SMIDSI. Sorry mate, I didn't see you. So visibility is important. That's why some people are very key on wearing high vis. So that's another thing you could do. Wear high vis jacket, or at least I would say get some contrast. There's mixed statistics on high vis and it being effective at reducing accidents or not, but at least don't go black bike, black leathers, black jacket, black everything, black helmet. Don't do that. That makes you very hard to see at certain times of the day. Same with other completely solid color schemes, like white. I've heard of white getting blended in with like a bright sun, or different things like that. So mix it up just a little bit, add some visibility. Motion catches people's eye very well. So I've seen some riders put like a helmet washcloth in their little pillion seat strap and let it just flap in the wind, because that motion catches people's eye. I've got a bunny backpack and the ears flap in the wind, and every time I'm wearing this backpack, people see me. So that's just anecdotal, but hey. So another tip is, when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign, anywhere you're stopped, pull up to the side of the person in front of you. Don't come straight on. Pull up either to the left or to the right. I guess to the right or to the left. That way, if you see someone hurtling towards you and hurtling towards you and they don't see you, you can just get out of the way real quick. You won't get pancaked between 2 cars. Related to that, when you're stopped, keep your bike in first gear, keep the clutch down. I know this gets tedious, especially if you don't have a slipper clutch or a slip assist that has to make the clutch pull a little easier, or in stop and go traffic. But if you're in first, you could get out of the way. If you're in neutral at a stoplight, then if someone's coming up behind you really quick and you need to get out of the way, you're not going to be able to do that. Let's see, other tips. I've covered visibility, I've covered flashing your brake lights, I've covered pulling off to the side, staying clutched in, staying in first gear so that you can get out of the way. Oh, the other thing, intersections. That's, I think, the #1 case of motorcycle accidents is when a car left turns in front of a motorcyclist and hits them. So what that means is, even if you have the right of way, slow down before you get to an intersection. Try to look ahead and to the side where cars might be turning from, because you could be 100% in the right of way and still be dead. So look for those cars. That's why sometimes it's better when the light turns yellow. On a car, sometimes you accelerate and speed through. Sometimes on a bike too. But be very careful about doing that on a bike, because you know someone else on the other side might be doing the exact same thing. They don't see anyone, and so they turn right at the last second, not realizing you're going and you actually have the right of way, and then bam, collision. The other, another tip, maybe my final tip, is don't drink. Don't be involved with alcohol and bikes. I personally have a no drink rule in bikes. If I drink at all, I'm not on a bike. Of course, that's pretty strict. Some people have different levels, but that's a huge factor in motorcycle accidents. If you look at the statistics, the times that alcohol involved are pretty significant. So if you just stay away from alcohol while on a bike, you drastically reduce your chances of it getting into a crash or a fatal crash right there. I guess that actually reminded me of another safety tip, which is just wear your gear. It's hot, yes, sometimes it's ugly, well, hopefully not, but sometimes it's a hassle. But gear is for when you go down. It's for those times you don't expect it. Helmets by themselves significantly reduce the amount of fatal accidents. So at least wear that. I know people also kind of skip jackets, gloves, and pants sometimes, but having been down, you want to stay away from road rash if at all possible. Thankfully, I was in these leathers actually when I went down, and I had almost no damage. Slight bruising, but nothing else like that. If I would have been wearing jeans like I sometimes do, or shorts even, that would have been torn up completely. So there's some tips for you. If you guys have any other tips that you want to share, leave them in the comments below. I'd be very interested in hearing those. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to get better. So yeah, hit me up. Let me see those safety tips. Anyways, that's all I got for you. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Peace.